Hey everybody, we're outside today. It's very nice again, finally. Another little cold stretch, and then now it's nice and sunny and warm out, so I decided to come out here to do today's video. So today's video is it's a little different, and it took me a lot of courage to want to do this video because today's video it's art related, of course, but it's also kind of like a real talk kind of thing. Today I'm going to tell you guys my fears, all of them, every single one of them. So yeah. So the reason why today's video is a little hard for me is because I am seen as a very strong, aggressive, tough kind of person amongst my friends and my family. I've been through a whole lot throughout my short life so far, but I don't really express too much emotion, and so it's a little difficult to do this because I don't want to seem weak, and I don't think this will, because everybody has fears, no matter what they say. They may say, I'm fearless, I'm not afraid of anything, but deep down, everybody's afraid of something, and you know it. So I'm joined by my dog Lars, and also by Kita today for the video. So I'll just be sitting out here while we discuss or talk about today's video. So let's get started. So here is the picture. I have drawn every one of my fears in this picture. It just seems kind of small to me, but there's a lot of meaning behind it. So I'll start with the pretty obvious one, I guess. So the first piece of it is this clown. I am terrified of clowns and puppets, and I don't really know why I am, but I freak out when I see them, and they make me feel really uncomfortable, and I can't handle being around them. One of my teachers had marionette puppets this year in his room, and I loved the teacher and I loved the class, but I felt extremely uncomfortable, especially since the fact that I sat right by the puppets. But I kind of went through it, and it's okay now. I'm not in the class anymore, but that's what the evil clown stands for. Next, I'll do these two in hand. I have this triangle and this one with an X through it. This is the sign, the mathematical sign for change, I believe. It could also be a fear of math, because I am very afraid of math and I'm not very good at it, and it plummets my grades. You know, it's really, really bad. But they stand for the fear of change. I've been our town is very small, and nothing really changes. It's always the same. So that's why I'm always afraid of change, because I just don't know how it's going to affect me. It's never really happened to me in my adult life, so it's kind of scary thinking about things changing, which they will be very soon as my college career starts and I'm going away from home. So that kind of ties in with the change. And then the fear of not having change is basically just a fear of not having change in the world, not being able to change anything as I grow up, not being able to be a member of society that can make things better for other people, not just myself. I'm very afraid that this world is not going to change, and that it's just going to get worse, and the people in it are going to get worse, and I don't want to be one of those people. It terrifies me to think that I'm just going to be a conforming member of society in my adult life, and I really don't want that to happen, because I haven't been that way through my childhood, and I was never raised to be that way. But That is a fear of mine, that I'm going to just end up having a routine that I'm going to go through day by day, and I'm just going to die doing something that I don't like to do. So this next picture symbolizes falling in love. I am terrified of falling in love. I have a boyfriend, and I love him, but I don't know what kind of love it is. I've never been in love before, and I'm fearful of it because I don't want to be heartbroken, and I don't want anything to go wrong. I don't want to screw up because I don't want to make him feel heartbroken. I don't want any of that to happen. I just want to be able to make him happy, and I want him to make me happy. And there's not a lot of relationships you see nowadays that end up like that. My parents have, gratefully. I'm very grateful that my parents have loved each other for the 21 years that they've been together, and that they will continue to love each other for 20 plus more years. And I want that to be my life too, but it seems that nowadays that is not the norm, which is not good at all. So next I'm going to talk about the casket that says dead on it. And this doesn't pop into my mind very often, but when it does, it makes me really, really sad, and I always get very emotional about it. I'm always afraid of losing people that I love. That includes my friends and any of my family, and especially my parents or my brother. And it's always like that because when I was younger, I was so close to losing exactly that. And I am so scared for the day that comes when I do lose them. So that's what that is for. So moving on, we have this broken heart, and that's my fear of not being loved at all, of nobody wanting to spend the rest of their life with me, and nobody willing to do that. Nobody loves me enough to want to have to do that. These guys represent my anxiety, my social anxiety. It's very hard for me to speak in front of people, basically even just in front of a classroom of like 20 people is really hard for me to speak. And YouTube and these videos help me with that, because it's almost, I'm recording this and I know people are going to watch it, but it's not directly talking to you guys, which it would be really awesome if it was, but it's just kind of the fear of not being accepted by people. Up here are these dark clouds, and they represent darkness. That's exactly what they are. I am terrified of the dark. I cannot be in a dark room by myself at all. I will freak out, and I can't do it. I can't be in there if there's no sound, if there's no light, if it's just a dark, empty room. I cannot be in there. I freak myself out, and I'm not quite sure why, but I just never have grown out of it, which is very odd. This one is fear of the world. I've never been out of the country at all. I've just been to neighboring states or a few states in the United States. I'm very fearful of the open world and what I'm going to experience, even though at the same time I am very, very excited to experience the world. These two ovals represent red blood cells. I am fearful, even though I should not be, of relapse of cancer and having cancer again. I was very young when I had it, and I don't remember a whole lot of it, but I know that it took a toll on my family and on my friends that have had it and have passed away from it, and I'm scared that it's either going to tear me apart or my family apart or both of us apart. The big, tall building represents my fear of heights. I'm very scared of heights. I cannot be on top of a horse even. That is too high off the ground. for me. I'm okay with flying, which is really weird, but it's just the fact, maybe it's the fear of falling off of something, but it is definitely height related. I cannot deal with being on top of high things, even for a short amount of time, because it's just not comfortable for me at all, and it never has been. And then up here you have this very little girl, and that represents me, and that represents being alone. I love my alone time, and I have moments where I love to be alone, but I'm fearful of being alone for the rest of my life, by myself. No friends, no family, no one to love or to love me. That is what that represents. So this is the whole picture, and I hope you guys take something from this, that everybody is afraid of something, and everybody has different ways of expressing it, and some people can express it and some people cannot. I can express mine through my art, not only through visual representation, but I have written a poetry book for school as well about darkness and evil and fear. So there are many different ways that people can do this, and it's not just visual, it's also writing. Writing is a type of art, and some people are blessed to have this art. I am not an extremely good writer. I don't write very well, but when I have the inspiration, I can do it justice just for me and my family, and I hope that you guys have something that you can do that with too. Everybody has a talent, whether it be art or sports, or you're a brainiac. That's awesome. Own who you are, even with all your fears. Everybody always talks about their aspirations and their dreams. Nobody ever talks about their fears, and their fears and your fears and my fears are what make us stronger, okay? So just keep that in mind the next time you're feeling weak. In fact, next time you're feeling fearful or scared of the future or whatever you're scared of, just remind yourself that that is what inevitably will make you stronger and will mold you into the person that you are, okay? So just remember to embrace your fears. They're what make you you. They're what make you strong, and they will mold you into the person that you are in the future. Don't let them get you down. So thank you guys for watching. See you later.